Hey, hey, good morning, everybody. We are now live. It's Wednesday morning.
Mostly alive.
Well, we're live. We're not alive. We might not be alive. How are you guys doing this morning? I'm doing pretty good. I feel actually pretty good. We went to bed early last night. Um,
Definitely.
we've been watching the Game of Thrones, and it's all over with. We watched the last episode night before last, so we watched another show that just didn't. I don't know.
Just didn't have the same.
Wasn't the same effect. So we said, let's go to bed instead. So we went to bed early, which was great because I get up at 4:30, so having that extra sleep is nice. But we are here with you this morning. What I want to talk about is, so I am a trauma coach. I help people with past trauma to be able to move forward in their lives. And in doing that and building my programs, I've had to do a lot of research on trauma. And I'm doing some research on the nervous system, the human body. And I am just amazed at at the human body. If you've never looked into it, or if you've never done any research on it, or if you don't know about the human body, you need to take a look. It's an amazing apparatus. And here's my feeling about this. We have been given one human body to take care of. We have a responsibility. You have a responsibility to take care of that body that you've been gifted. We have been gifted this. This is a gift. It's an amazing, it's so amazing, you guys. I can't even explain how amazing it is. And we have been gifted this human body to take care of until the day we go on to our next journey. And it's our responsibility. Taking care of the human body also has to do with what we do here, which is physical work, but it also has to do with taking care of anything that may be keeping you stuck, like past trauma, because those things also affect our body, the physical part of our body. Past trauma, staying in past trauma, affects your nervous system, which affects your entire body, affects your brain. So taking care of the past trauma also takes care of your human body. You can actually heal your brain and your nervous system by taking care of things that are bothering you, things that are hurting your spot, your soul. What do you have to say about that?
It's like I said yesterday, we were talking about this. The human body is just one miracle after another. And anybody who doesn't see that isn't looking close. I mean, from a single cell to the whole population, we are just one miracle built on top of another. It's ridiculous.
It's so amazing. It really is amazing. From especially looking into the nervous system yesterday and how that's all connected, and then how our feelings and our emotions are connected to our nervous system and connected to our brain. We are an amazing gift that we've been giving, and you have a responsibility. I have a responsibility to take care of this one human body that we've been gifted. Part of taking care of that is what we do here at Kettlebell training.
Right. And all of the doctors and all of the scientists and all of human history don't even scratch the surface of the reality of what we are. The best they can do is label the parts and make wild-ass guesses about why they are.
There's still a lot of unknown about how the human body works. And you were talking about this yesterday. So there's the physical part that we can see pictures of, and then there is a magnetic field, or a electromagnetic field that we can't see, that affects the human body. So it's really
many of them.
Amazing. My message to you today is, how are you taking care of your one human body that you've been gifted? That's something to think about. Do you need to make changes? Whether it's something you're eating, whether it's exercise, whether it's your mental health. Do you need to learn? It's a serious question. I'm sort of calling everybody out here because we are responsible. We're the only ones responsible for the human body that we've been gifted. We have been gifted this. This isn't just something to take lightly. So something to think about today. Do you need to make some adjustments? If you need help, you can message us. We can help you as well. But in the meantime, we're going to get started with thing and taking care of our bodies physically, building strength, flexibility, mobility. Alan is here with us.
Alan's always here. He's a dedicated guy. Tammy, very dedicated.
So happy to see you this morning. I know it's like waking up together, right? We're all like a big family now. We actually had somebody on yesterday morning. It was my colleagues from Malaysia. Our friend Chabaria from the UK was on yesterday, which is always great to see her. Aaron, our new gal, Alan, my sister Tammy, always happy to have all of you here with us. So let's get started with a warm up. No, I have no judgment here. And we're just going to do some hops. And you've done these before.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of electromagnetics, this is why bouncing is so good for you. Every time you land on the ground, every time your body is put under pressure of any kind, it produces electromagnetic waves through your body. Piezoelectric. Your body's a liquid crystal.
So interesting to me. And this is just another example of when you follow your passion, it leads you, or it may lead you into other things that you learn about. Like my passion is helping people recover from trauma experiences. And it has led me into a whole other realm of learning about the human body, our electromagnetic field around the body, manifesting, how to really make your life what you want it to be. Heart openers. As we come around, we tap our body to wake all of our cells and get our blood going, and then open our hearts and feel the gratitude for everything that we have in our lives today. Every single thing, challenges, big things, little things, the fact that we have a bed to sleep in, roof over our head, that we're able to go on the journey that we're going to be going on. Today here in the upper northeast corner of the United States, it's a little cloudy, but you know what? I am so grateful that I've woken up today, that I'm going to be able to go outside today, that I can look out and see the green grass and the trees, but just beginning to bud out there. Just really, really grateful. Body tapping as we come around to the side and do a little bit of a twist. All right. And do some head circles or neck rolls or whatever you want to call them. I don't know what, it made me just now think of food. I don't know why. And we cooked to get, well, actually you did all the cooking, but we did stuffed red peppers last night for dinner. And that's something I haven't had in a while. I don't know about you, but sometimes we tend to get into a routine of making the same thing over and over or similar things over and over. So that was a big change for us in terms of food option. And it was great. Really, really good. I haven't had it in a while. And we used red peppers instead of green peppers.
And I cooked with quinoa for the first time.
Yep, we used quinoa. It was delicious. He made a homemade sauce for it. It was fantastic. Really, really good stuff. We tried to purchase organic vegetables. It makes a difference. We're trying to reduce the amount of carcinogens that are entering our bodies. Also, that goes for our water. We drink Canyon water, but we also have an opportunity for anybody who's wanting to. We have what we call an Anespa spa. Anespa spa is a Kangen machine, and it hooks to your shower, And what it does is it filters any chlorine out, and gives you like a spa shower every morning.
Adjust the pH of the water coming out.
These things are amazing. We have two. We're going to set up one for ourselves, but I have one that someone can purchase. We paid, gosh, I'll have to look and see how much we paid.
About 3,000.
Little under, I think it's 2 something. But we would be willing to sell that for a much lower price, obviously.
Still in the box.
Still, yeah, it's never been set up, still in the box, brand new. We bought 2.
Actually, we bought 3.
And so we have one of those available. It will probably go quickly because we are selling it for less than what you can get it through the Kenyan company. So
Speed a little wider.
let me know.
Sit way back.
Because even the water or the lotion stuff that you put on your skin absorbs into our bodies. And I don't use any kind of commercial lotion at all. I use organic jojoba oil for my face and body in terms of lotion. I don't use any. I try to limit the makeup that I put on, and I'm looking for organic makeup. But it matters what you put on your skin. When you're putting lotion that has all kinds of shit in it on your skin, it absorbs into your body. It's not good. So it goes to the water. If you're taking a shower with chlorine water, with water that has chlorine in it, that chlorine is absorbing into your skin.
You know, we used to think that the skin was the largest organ in the body, but it's not. Recently, in the last couple of years, they have discovered something called the interstitium, and that is the largest organ in the body, and it consists of the connective tissue. They just thought the connective tissue was what stuck everything together. Now they're finding out, lo and behold, it has all kinds of different functions. And every body worker and massage therapist in the entire world just shook their head and said, yeah, we've been saying that for the last 1,000 years. So anyway, now that science has caught up to common sense, and I bring that up because it is, and do a Google search on something called the interstitium. It just is the space in between, right? The interstitium, because it is in effect all of the connective tissue. Kettlebell training affects the interstitium more than any other function, any other aspect of the body, more than the musculature. Okay, that being said, let's work it. 2 hands on the bell, seat your shoulders, bring it up around the body. When I had my school and I would do kettlebell classes, people, if I didn't start with this, people were like, why didn't you start with the orbits? It's like they just sort of, you get used to it. Other way.
I like them. Let me know as you're going along through these, do you feel a difference in your core now that you've been doing them for a couple of weeks, Alan? Calling Alan out because he's been very consistent. What I noticed as time went on, that I could feel my core working because that's where the energy is coming from. If you don't feel your core working, you need to really concentrate on using that part of your body when you're doing this. It's not just an arm movement.
Think with your butt.
Yeah.
Now, to the center, alternating single arm swings. Changing hands, each swing. Just going to settle in here for a bit. Bring your mind to your feet. Feel pushing into the heels with each swing. Bring your mind to your knees. Make sure they stay still. They don't go forward and back. Bring your mind to your hips. This is where the power is coming from. Each time. Bring your mind to your shoulders. Are they seated? Now bring it to the rack. Good. We're going to do 10 swings to the rack on each side. 1, 2, 5. 5 more. Change hands. Nine, 10. Set it down.
I get my blood going. RDM. Go ahead and continue. And down.
Whew. All right. So we're going to add to that. We're going to swing to the rack and squat. Stand and press. Return.
Can you give us some pointers on that? Because normally we're swinging to the rack and pressing.
Mm-hmm.
So as we swing to the rack, we're going to squat, and then you're going to use your hips.
You're going to use your hips.
Just thrust it up.
That's right.
Okay.
Now, on this one, so when we do a push press, right, which is our normal way of doing things, we sit back into our hips and we push so that it gets the kettlebell moving, and then we press. This is a little different. See, on that one, the hips go first and then the arm. On this one, this is going to be a much more challenging exercise. This one, we're going to press as we rise from our squat, which is going to increase the difficulty level of the press, not decrease it. So this is really a major cardio workout.
And it's going to affect your legs.
It's going to
Which
affect
is
the
great.
legs.
Alan does a lot of hiking.
Mm-hmm.
So this will strengthen. I mean, he's already strong, but
Yeah.
This is something that will help.
This is really more of a fitness thing than it is a kettlebell. So here we go. Swing the kettlebell to the rack. Squat. Stand and press at the same time. Return. Swing. Squat. Stand and press. Return. Swing. Squat. 3. Swing. And 4. Swing. And 5. Go to 10. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Change hands.
So basically, you're all like one motion,
That's right.
sort of.
Five. 6. 7. 8.
Yeah. It was interesting incorporating this into the squat.
You're timing them together, weren't you?
Well, that's what you were doing.
I know. I'm gonna say you're feeling how they coordinate together.
Kind of. I forced it. Normally I would just do this, then squat, but it kind of all, because that's what you were doing. So I followed your lead on that.
Absolutely.
It made it much more cardio. It didn't come naturally.
Yeah. Okay. So what we're gonna do next is some calf raises. We're gonna do it in a lockout position, and I want to do this because I really want to find this lockout position. A lot of you guys are here and you're like, my arm is locked out. Watch my arm. You have to fire your tricep. Boom. You see that last, boom, that last little bit of lock. That piece is where most of you aren't getting it. You have to lock, and then I want you to grab your elbow and pull it to your head. When you can let go and not do this, that's when you know you're in lockout. And now look at the angle of my shoulders, right? Here, the shoulders not like this, level, arm not like this, and all the way to your head. See that? See how I bent it when I got to my head? It's not easy. So let's take a look at that.
The hard part is when you're in motion and when you're throwing it up there and then going to lockout.
Absolutely, and she's absolutely right, which is why at the top you have to come to a complete stop. When you do snatches like RKC style snatches for testing, it is not counted unless you stop at the top, because that's where they can see that you're in full lockout, in full form position. Does that make sense? Nice. There. That last bit, you feel that, and it's very uncomfortable, isn't it?
It's not as bad as it used to be.
So here, feel that.
Yeah, all the way down to my heel.
And bend it slightly.
Yeah, that goes out my
And all of a
elbow.
sudden it goes out your elbow. Yeah. That's what you have to find. Right? Let me just feel that one. Yeah. So you feel how it's sort of tightening your core a little more. There it is, all the way to the foot. The difference between 100% and 98% lockout is it's just a matter of 2 little degrees, right? But it's huge in terms of the energy transfer.
Now, let me tell you this. A few months ago, I couldn't get my arm all the way up to
Nope.
the lockout
Because it would have been over here.
because of my shoulders.
Right.
So, you know, my shoulders have improved in terms of its mobility and being able to do that. It's amazing, actually.
And in the beginning, it's so funny because in the beginning, when I try to teach people this, they go, well, my body doesn't move like that. And it's like, I know.
That's why we're doing this.
That's why we're doing it. That's what we have to fix. Your body won't move like that. And it's not a muscular thing. It's neurological. You're training the neurology of your body. You're building neural connections to areas of the muscle that you don't normally, that aren't there. So and they're not there because you haven't used it. By doing these movements, you grow new dendrites coming off of the ends of those nerves and innerviate the muscle more completely. Okay, here we go. Take the kettlebell, swing it to the rack position. Press it overhead and go to full lockout. Bring your feet shoulder width apart. Point your feet straight ahead. Now, focus on that arm. Focus on the lockout. Lift. 2, 3, 4. Bicep to the ear. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pull it in. Change hands. Press it. Full lockout. Feet straight ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pull it in. Change hands. Press. Pronate the feet. Turn them out 45 degrees. Bring your lockout all the way in and lift. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pull it in. Change hands. Press. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pull it in. Set it down.
Wow, that's harder than it looks.
It is. And it's the arm, isn't it?
Um,
Where are you finding it difficult?
no, it's my shoulder, just
Yeah.
keeping it in lockout.
Right. That's what I'm talking about. It's this part, just to get it all stabilized.
So
and
like
locked
this
down.
here is interesting.
So some of you guys, watch this. If you can get to here, but not there, it is the firing of your tricep that needs to happen. So if you're here and not able to get to full lockout, then you could say that you lack the ability to flex this muscle fully. Therefore, you lack flexibility. The flexibility of your tricep, right, is not there. Meaning the range of, so you're in firing your tricep to straighten your arm, you have strength from here to here, but you lack the ability to flex it fully. So that's when they say you lack flexibility, that's what they mean. You lack the ability to fully flex the muscle, or in the case of an extensor, fully extend the joint by flexing the muscle. So this is where you have to change your thinking about what you mean by flexibility. Right?
The other thing that this will help is your posture. You'll notice as you start working.
Are we done for the day?
I think so. Are we?
Yeah, we're done for the day.
Is it time?
Yeah, it's close enough.
Okay. The other thing that it'll help with, you'll notice, because I notice when I go somewhere and I see other people, even young people, how they're sitting
Oh, yeah.
or how they're standing and their posture.
Mm-hmm.
And I notice my posture. I'm like, hey, my posture improved
Dramatically.
David can see a difference just from a year ago in terms of how my posture was. I work at a store and we had to use tablets, to bring people out.
Curled over like this.
Yeah, all the time.
That curve that people get in their upper back is called a kyphosis, and it's a horrible thing. It'll give you pain from head to toe in your body on a daily basis for having that incorrect posture.
And what's amazing to me is how quickly it came upon. I had been working with tablets for maybe a couple of years, and I'm fairly young compared to like an old person. And I didn't even notice it was happening. David pointed it out. I didn't even see it. When you're looking in the mirror, you can't see that part. But from the side, it was really, really critical. And my posture has changed dramatically over the past year.
That's great, Alan.
What did Alan say?
Alan says, I don't always get to class in the morning. I sometimes like to watch and learn, but I work out with my kettlebell 2 or 3 times a day. That's perfect.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Kettlebell is one of those things you can do that with.
And here's the thing, and this is something that David taught me. If you get up and you're not feeling well or you're sick or whatever, still watch the class because you're going to learn something, even if you're not doing the actual kettlebell workout.
That's right.
Obviously, we want you to actually pick up a kettlebell at some point, but you can watch until you're ready. When you're ready, you'll know you're ready because you'll feel it and you'll keep going forward. But I hope you enjoyed today's class. I hope you learned something today. I learn something new every single day. And we love to share this information with you because we want you to feel like we feel. We want you to feel courageous and loving and energetic and feel like you have a future in your life, even if you're our age, which is 58 and 53. For you young folks that are feeling old, you're not old. I'm not old. That's the cool part, But every minute that ticks by is a minute that you're not really, you may not be living your life. Make this day a wonderful day. We'll see you here tomorrow morning, bright and early, 6 a.m. for another kettlebell training. Love you guys. We'll talk to you soon and have a fantastic day.